lots of talk about the big heat wave impacting the eastern part of the country. Although heat wave is a pretty interesting way to describe it, I hear also heat dome, which is much more accurate. And you can see that here where this large high pressure system has just taken over the entire eastern part of the United States, and we have got all of that hot air building in as it goes, and it unfortunately just builds up as it progresses, and it's very hard to erode this down. And with us in Louisiana, we stay thankfully on the southernmost periphery of this giant big old high pressure heat dome system, so we get the edge of the winds that are pulling in around it, which if you've seen the radar recently, storms are moving in a unusual direction. Where we typically see them moving left to right, they're moving right to left, and this is why. It's because the winds are flowing in a different direction than average that we see our westerlies, and we've got just that southern edge of it, and it's causing our daily rain chances because it's bringing in moisture very consistently as we go through. And you can see that here where in the mornings it's going to be a little bit calm, and then we heat up. Those winds stay southeasterly, and then with the daytime heating we get those pop-up showers and the convection going on, and then as we go into the later afternoon, overnight it drops back down, but we don't clear out that humidity. Unfortunately, we'll stay very hot, and it brings our feels like temperatures even hotter because of that dominant southeasterly flow bringing in Gulf Coast water consistently into the area, leaving us very warm for this time of year. Now, as far as how much rain can we expect with those pop-ups, it varies and it changes, especially as placement and different ways that the storm's route gets settled, but anywhere from 0 to about 3 inches is expected through Wednesday morning to afternoon, and that can vary, but they don't look to be extreme super soakers. However, with all of that moisture staying in the air, nothing coming in to push it out of the way with that big heat dome in place, those heat index values are just going to stay put. Where Tuesday doesn't look too bad, it seems like this model's picking up on maybe some rain, but then as we get into Wednesday, look at those heat index values again hitting triple digits. So you want heat safety in mind. You want to know the signs of heat stroke, heat illness, and really have a way to go through the day, have some water, have places to take a rest, get into the shade. As far as your tropical outlook, we do have a little area that is being watched and investigated. It's currently AL90, not named yet. It's got a 60% chance of formation, but it's getting out of the way. We call this a fish storm. It's going to be pushing away. Here's a list of the names for this season. That might be Andrea. We're going to see if we're going to go ahead and get that one named, but thankfully no threat to the coast. And as far as your weather tonight and tomorrow, really the same thing that you've seen today, where it's muggy, it's humid. You want to leave the house with an umbrella. You're going to be sweating because rain chances not going anywhere with all of that flow and all of that water and moisture in the air. And you see that in the 10-day forecast, where we have got daily rain chances and highs staying in the 90s and lows only falling down into the mid 70s, which is very classic this time of year. The only thing really elevated are those rain chances that are going to stick around with us as we go through the entirety of the 10-day. So make sure you're prepared for that and the heat associated with it. And I'll take another look at your weather coming up in just a little bit.